Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. Nice to see all of you. So you notice that I'm in a different location. It's my last chance to visit my kids before I'm traveling overseas next week. So after today's class, we will take 2 weeks off. Come back in on the 20th of April, but we'll still have a class on Tuesday evening with Bodhidharma. Okay. All right. So we alternate next week, as you know. And this week, our exercise is going to be Jing on the original QiGong exercise brought to us by Bodhidharma, North Indian yogis. And so to pair with that, we're going to be doing some massage on the fingertips, basically all the extremities, not just the fingertips, but the toes, the top of the head, the ears, and so forth. Now, the North Indians, the yogis, believe that in order for a person to live healthy as a being, as a living being, it must allow the life energy to travel through their body. These life energies are actually the energy from the universe. So they believe that there are these nadis, these energy lines, and they believe that there are 72,000 of them. Very complex. When that knowledge was brought to China, they abstracted according to their understanding of their solar system, and so they abstracted into what is called the 12 meridians. Each one of them active for 2 hours. Energy flowing into the body is called yin. Energy flowing out of the body is called yang. Yang is the sun. Yin is the absence of the sun. So as this energy flows in and out, and they can get trapped anywhere in the body, or block, and especially in the extremities. Okay, so we're going to start with exercising the fingers. Now, keep in mind that this is actually a meditation practice. It's just not sitting down, it's a meditation in motion. So, while we're exercising the fingers, it's important that we keep a mind anchor onto our body, anchor onto the fingers, anchor onto the joints. So, let's bring out our left hand, bring out our right thumb, locate this piece of bone here, put that on top of the joint, one joint at a time, massage the joints in the front, in the left, back to the front, to the right. And as soon as we finish one joint, we move on to the next joint, focus entirely on this joint, focus entirely on the front, on the left, back to the front, on the right. And then as soon as we finish one finger, we move on to the next finger, keeping a mind anchor, focusing on the fingers. Try to examine the feelings of the fingers as we massage. Move on to the next one. Whatever feelings that we feel could be very pleasant, could be very unpleasant, could be neither pleasant nor unpleasant, just neutral. Whatever it is, we just feel it, and then we just accept it, and then we just let it go and move on to the next joint. Okay, continue using the left thumb on the right hand. Now you will find that um, as you massage these fingers, you actually relieve some pain in the rest of the body, and that's because we're actually promoting the flow of qi throughout the body. And pain means blockage of qi. Blockage of qi means inflammation. Excuse me. Still have some allergy. All right. So now we're going to take a hand. We're going to put it down. So we're going to backside the hand very thoroughly, one joint at a time, one finger at a time. So next week I'm going to be flying out on Wednesday afternoon and get stuck on the plane for about 12 hours. And when you're stuck on the plane, your body's not moving. Chi started to stagnate, and you feel pain and discomfort in the body, but there's not much you can do. There's not much room for exercise. And so what I discover is that just massaging my fingers, massaging my hand already relieve a lot of discomfort because it actually promotes chi. All right. So now we're done with the joints. We're going to start on the fingertips. And first, we're going to work on the back side of the fingertips. And we're going to take the right hand and use the index finger and the thumb as a pincher. And we're going to pinch both sides of the nail. Okay, so there's some energy points here. And then the next one, then the next one at a time. And then using the left hand on the right hand. Okay, now I'm going to massage in between the knuckle. Okay, you notice that these energy points that we massage actually, so there's some pain and tenderness associated with it. Okay, pain means blockage, blockage means inflammation. Okay, all right, so now we're going to massage the back of the hand and massage in between the fingers, in between the bones of each of the fingers. Okay, similarly, you're going to feel some pain. Pain is good. Pain is a symptom. Pain is your body telling you that it needs help. Okay. Now we're going to massage where the bones, where the finger bones join together at the wrist. Now, if you use the right thumb, you feel there's two dimple in there. Okay, two dimple, and then there's another one on the bottom of the thumb, right at the wrist. Okay. Similarly on this side, and then at the wrist. Okay, now we're going to put the two hands together, right hand on top of the left hand, center of the palm touching the back of the hand. We're going to squeeze the fingers a little bit and just kind of massage, creating energy flow. And then on the other side. Okay, now we're going to work on the inside of the palm, again, starting with the fingertip. And so there are 10 energy points in the fingertips. And then fingertips. Okay. Now we're going to massage the inside. You can imagine there's a big circle here inside. And then we're going to take our fingers and just really stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. And then now we're going to take the tip of the thumb and the tip of the index finger, put them together and squeeze as hard as you can. Middle fingers and the thumb, squeeze as hard as you can. Now, this is a very famous QiGong, and it's an exercise that was populated by someone who had a stroke and basically paralyzed and a small part of the body. And this is the exercise that they do to create that chi flow. Okay, now we're going to take the thumb and put it in the middle of the index finger, wherever is comfortable, and squeeze, 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 and squeeze. Okay, now we're going to put all the fingers together, tip touching the tip, center of the palm touching, and we're going to push, and then we're going to lower that arm, putting some pressure on the wrist, and then bring it back up. Okay, now we're going to start tapping these energy points, starting with the 10 energy points at the fingertip. We're going to stretch out the hands, put the fingertips together, focus on the fingertips, and feel the vibration as we tap. Get ready? Go. Okay, now we're going to cross the fingers, and there's 8 energy points at the bottom of the fingers, and we're going to tap 30 times as well. Get ready? Go. Again, focus on the hand, focus on the feeling, focus on the vibration. Okay, we're going to work on some important energy points in this inside the palm. I mentioned the 12 meridians divided into 6 pairs, yin and yang, and then it's further divided into 6 of them, both yin and yang, starting at the fingertips, flowing inside the body, and then the other 6 at the toes, flowing into the body. And the hands, the yin are the lung, the heart, and the pericardium. So we're going to work on the inside, And first, we're going to identify two energy points, one below the thumb and one below the small fingers. Okay, they are on top of these two kind of muscle like, and so we're going to put that together as a V. Okay, the 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 muscle part touching the muscle part. We're going to tap that 30 times, and this is to promote the energy flow to the heart. Except that this one is more the mental side, the mental side. So sometimes as we age, we our minds is wandering all the time somewhere, and kind of hard to focus, and so especially difficult when we go to sleep. And so this one will help that. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now then opposite of that is the lung. Okay, now the heart is the fire, and the lung is the mineral. So it's not just the lung, like the organ of the lung. It's actually the mineral energy line. So has a lot to do with immunity. And so we're going to put that together again, forming a V. The muscle part touching the muscle part. Get ready, go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to work on the yang side, the back side facing the sun. Okay. So the lung, I'm sorry, the mind, the mental mind, mental side of the mind is the small intestine. The lung is the large intestine. So we're going to identify this very important energy point on the outside of the hand. And so if you fold your hand like this, you see a line that goes across. It's right here. So now this time we're going to put our hands flat, touching this point. Go to roll up the fingers, forming a fist. Okay, and 30 times. Okay, now we're going to take this small intestine energy point, put that on top of the large intestine energy point. This one is called the merging valley. So if you fold up your hand, you see this big piece of muscle here. You open it up, you form a valley, right? You take this energy point and you put that in on the valley, pointing towards the index finger. So now you have the small intestine, the large intestine. You ready? Go. And go the other way. Go. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So we're going to learn more about these energy points. And then in the end, we're going to do some scraping, which is some very effective way of clearing the energy lines in the hand. Okay. I mentioned recently about how I look around and see all my friends and relatives and even brothers. And I noticed that of all the people that I know that I know very well is very close, have to be maybe 2 dozen, male, female. I couldn't count with one finger what I consider to be healthy, maybe even just 3 fingers. It's kind of scary. I'm 68. I'm actually in the middle of the bell curve that we consider baby boomers. I'm 68. So basically from 63 to 73 is what we consider baby boomers. Our baby boomers are dying. I know people who die of heart attack just after their 60th birthday. I know people who are dying now in the early 70s. And these people are medicated. Doctor, they have doctor. They're under the care of the doctor, and so they typically have high blood pressure. they're under medicated. They take high blood pressure medicine. They could have high cholesterol. They're medicated. They're taking high blood cholesterol medicine. They could be diabetic. They could have all kinds of problems. They could have inflammation of the pancreas, inflammation of the all kinds of problems. But they're all medicated. But yet they're dying young. What I consider to be young. When I was a kid, if you can make it to the 60s, it's phenomenal. But these days, you should be able to make it to 79, 95. I mean, with the health and also starting at much later stage. My dad started working when he was 10, right? I didn't start working until I was 28. I became a professor after many, many years of college. We can live a lot longer. So I noticed that there's a pattern. If you can make it past 75, you can make it past 95. But people who are in my age are start dying and they're medicated. And the reason is that even if you're medicated, your body is still inflamed. And it comes down to inflammation. And if your body is inflamed, you're being medicated, they're just fixing all the symptoms. They're not fixing anything else. And so I start to notice this bifurcation of people of my generations, those who exercise, eat well, sleep well, live a simple life, drug-free, alcohol-free. Their body's not inflamed. They're not overweight. They live long. Those who are not, they don't live long. It's very scary. Very scary. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We can start. It's not too late. It's not. I can only help you with exercise, what I consider to be the right kind of exercise. Not too energetic, okay? Always maintaining the balance between energetic and restorative, what I call the yin yang harmony, okay? I can help you with that. Hopefully, we can also go in from the body to the mind, but you got to do the rest. You got to eat well, eat real food, not processed food, right? And you got to live according to the sun. Don't stay up all night. All right. Okay, so let's continue. So let's examine some of the energy points. And I want to start on the large intestines. The large intestine is actually a very important one. If you have ache in the body, then turns out that these energy points helps relieve those pain because it actually clear the chi in your body, reduce inflammation, at least temporary. And so this energy point is actually a very, very famous one. So again, we go back to this valley, we open. Now we take the thumb, the right thumb, identify this line right here. We put that at the edge, we roll, and now we're on top of this valley, pushing against the index finger. And I just want you to push it and feel the tenderness and the pain. And if you have any kind of pain right now, even if something as simple as a toothache or your muscle clamp or any kind of pain, and you find that this magical point just release the pain or maybe transfer the pain. I have no idea. All right, so this is a good one. Now, then you move up on the outside the bone until you get to the elbow, and you make a angle and you push down on this dimple. So this one is called the pawn at the bend. Okay, so this one actually helps with high blood pressure. Okay, high blood pressure is inflammation. I'll talk a little bit more about the three primary causes for high blood pressure. High blood pressure is very serious. It tells that your body is highly inflamed. Okay, now you move up to the shoulder, you measure down 4 fingers, and right here you just massage it with 4 fingers, and that helps with pain as well. All right. Now, there's one energy point that I like, which is you come back to this bend, you measure about 4 fingers, you find the bone, and it's on the outside of the bone, and you push down. And I still have a little bit of frozen shoulder on my right. And when I get up in the morning, it's really painful. And I just press like this, and the pain goes away. Okay. Now, to the other side, push. Okay. This is called the merging valley. This is called the Bahan at the bend. And then middle, and then this one right here. And then come back to this, measure 4 fingers, the bone on the outside, push down. Okay, All right, so this is a good one. This is talk about the large intestine. So I'm just going to point out some energy points for the lung. The lung comes down here at the wrist. There's one, and then further down to the elbow, you can identify two here and then one here. One is for the lung, and then in the middle is the pericardium. It comes down. There's one here, and then there's another one which is very important. It's right here, and it's called the inner gate. Okay, so this one is actually if you have uh, a heart murmur or heart that has to do with the heart. This is a good one. Comes in the middle, and then the other one that I call the mental side of the mind. You come down. We did this one. There's another one here, very famous to help you sleep. There's actually a region here that you can massage, and then back to here. Okay, so these are the energy points that you can look up if you like. Let me just take a look at the comment because people are giving testimonial about the importance of living a good life. And um, I think uh, we have to understand the the what is the modernized healthcare system. First, we have to acknowledge that it is not a healthcare as much as it has nothing to do with health. It's a sickness care. It's a sickness care. And so when you're sick, you go there, they fix it, right? Or they think they fix it. Doesn't matter. But it's a sickness care. I think that's one thing that is important to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is when we talk about inflammation, we have to really understand that there's acute and there's chronic. So acute inflammation is, when you fall down, you sprain your ankle, you inflame, then you want to fix that. When you have um, um, fungal infection on your big toe, you want to go to the doctor and get some steroid cream and put that on, fix it. Those are acute inflammation, and our health system, our health science is very good for that. It's very good for that. Um, Actually, the Chinese word for sickness is written in two words, and one has the same word as the spear. So if you're being attacked on the outside, that would be acute inflammation. On the other hand, the other one is written with another word that meant it's like the container that you have for putting incense, and it has three legs. So if the one of the legs are crumbled and it falls over, and that's another word for sickness. So those two is basically the difference between acute and chronic. Chronic inflammation is not something is you're not being attacked. You're just being attacked from the inside. Okay, so we have to really understand the difference and understand that the the when you go to the doctor, there's only so much they can do. Either they cut you open or they don't. If they don't cut you open, the only thing they can do is they can give you medicine or they give you more ointment. It's chemical. It's either mechanical or chemical. That's a limit to what they can do, which is okay. Which is okay, right? But then the question is, what do you do on your own? That's what we're trying to do here. Is there are things that we can do on our own, and the most important belief is that you have to believe that the body is capable of healing itself. You just have to give it a chance. Okay. All right. I believe autoimmune is comes from the fact that you have lost the harmony between your body's yin and yang. Yang is when the body heals itself. Yin is when you have to rest and 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 just let the body restore that healing process. And I believe that when that balance is gone, then the body start to attack itself, right? When it should be healing, is not. Now, I have friends that are suffering from autoimmune disease, but it's very hard for them to, and it's very hard to convince people. I'm not a preacher. I don't preach. right? I don't preach. So when I try to explain something, they shut me out. It just means that we don't have a karmic connection. That's what I really believe, is that I can only help those who have a karmic connection with me, that sometimes we have met in the past life. That's how crazy I am. This is just one life. Okay? We met in the past, and that's why we're here together. I believe that. I believe that. Okay? All right. So let's not waste time and just focus on allowing our body to heal. Okay. So we're gonna do this one other thing. So far we did a lot of what would be considered acupressure or massage, chi massage. We did something called tapping, and now we're gonna change to a different modality, which is called scraping. All right. I have to put my watch back on. Okay, so now we're going to stretch out our arm, identify the inside away from the sun and the outside towards the sun. Inside the sun is yin, outside is yang. So we're going to start on the inside, and in the inside we identify three. So in the middle is the pericardium, below is the mental side of the heart, and then above is the lung. So we're going to take the right hand, use this beautiful tool called the knuckle. We're going to put that on the elbow, and we're going to scrape, and we're just going to scrape along the center. Now you're going to feel pain, and this is good. This is good. Sometimes you even feel electricity, and that's your body telling you that, oh man, I've been waiting for that, right? Scrape, 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 scrape. Okay, now we're going to scrape. We're going to identify that bone, the ridge on the inside is the lung. Again, always start at the elbow. Scrape. This is something you can do when you're watching TV or waiting for your ride or whatever. Just do this, or more importantly, when you're sitting on the plane. Okay, now we're going to scrape the bone now. So earlier I talked about the how the Indians and North Indians believe that the chi, what they don't call it chi, they call it nadis, which is the life energy from the universe, and they believe that there are 72,000 channels. Now, somehow the Chinese abstract that to 12, which is abstraction, because there's actually energy flow crossing one meridian to the other. So it's actually quite complex. So they actually cross over, and you can feel the bone. And as you scrape the bone, you can feel, if you feel some kinks, that means that there's blockage on the cross flow. Okay, now I'm going to rotate a little bit, and now we're going to work on the other side of the ridge of the bone, and that's the large intestine. Then we're going to work in the middle, which is called the triple warmer, and the back of the hand, the fingers, and then back, the middle line. Rotate your hands as you go to the inside, and don't forget the very inside, which is the mental part of the heart, all the way here. Okay, and the other side, middle, and in the inside, along the bone, the other side, and then straight, and then back of the hand, the fingers, back of the hand, pull up in the middle, the bone, the inside. Okay, very, very nice, huh? Okay, so now we're going to continue to do some exercise that would promote the more the flow of the chi. It's similar to what I used to teach as a mechanical engineering professor. Newton's second law, action equal to reaction. Huh? Okay, very similar. Okay, now we're gonna first stretch your spine, open the shoulder, lean back, and then relax. Then we're gonna put all the fingers in front, pointing to the camera. We're gonna lock the elbow. You're gonna roll up the four fingers. These are the springs. We're gonna lock down the springs with the thumb. We're gonna wind up the springs, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, action equal to reaction, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to come back and continue. We're going to stretch, open, lean back, relax. These two energy points called the gate to the cloud. It actually is part of the lung energy line. The lung energy line actually starts right here. We already massaged that. Then it goes here. Then it goes here. It continues to here, all the way to here. Then it goes inside the body. So once again, stretch, open, lean back, relax. We're going to take the 5 fingers. We're going to take the thumb and the middle fingers and press. The other three are going to stretch. This is called the lotus hand. Then we put that onto this energy point called gate to the cloud. We open the shoulder once again. Back of the hand facing the camera. Get ready. 1. Back of the hand facing the camera. Come back. Lotus hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So if you have carpal tunnel, whether it's because you use computer a lot or you work in the kitchen a lot, whatever is repetitive action causes carpal tunnel, that's inflammation. As you get a little older, around the 60, 50, or you have this called frozen shoulder, that's inflammation. So these two exercises are very good for that. All right, so now we're going to continue. Remember, we said that there are other extremities beside the fingers. There's the toes, the ears, and the top of the head, right? So we're going to continue to work up. Now, many of you come to my exercise class at night now. Our last one before I go off the trip will be on Monday. Okay, Monday at 8:30. So if you could make it, please come. And so a lot of people come because they have insomnia problem, just like my mom. And so that's really the genesis of the evening class. Um, Most of you who cannot sleep at night uh, tend to have high blood pressure. The two are related. And the reason you have high blood pressure, as I mentioned, comes to um, primarily three reasons. One is that your lung and your heart capacities are deteriorating and you don't have enough oxygen into your brain. And there's a part of here that senses some oxygens that are going to brain, and it will increase the pressure of the heart to compensate. So if you go to a doctor, they knock down your blood pressure just because they can do that. It doesn't solve the problem. You still have not enough oxygen to your brain. The other one is that you're just not exercising your neck and your back enough, okay? Or you're sitting bad posture, and it blocks the chi. So even if you have good lung heart combination, you're still not getting enough blood into your brain. And the third one is because you're just so under stress. So this is something we will do work on, and nowadays it's called autonomous disorder. Okay. Now we're going to work on the back. So we're going to work on the back and try to improve the flow into your head. All right. Okay. Okay. So there's three sets of energy points that are very important for the top of the head. The first one is called the pond of wind. Okay. So wind is something you cannot see, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, you can only feel. So wind is what we Asian Chinese used to call the nerve. So I want you to lock your fingers, put that in the back of your head, sit up straight. Use your thumb to feel your skull on both sides of the neck. As you come down, you feel this first cavity. That's called the pond of chi. Now I don't want you to massage it yet. I just want you to use your thumb and push in and then lean back slightly and hold it. And you're going to feel some pain and numbness. It's okay. It will go away. Just press on it. Just press on it and then let it go. Okay. Now let's try one more time. Press on it as if you're squeezing the rubber hose and then let go. And then the flow would come up. Okay, now you take your right hand, you put that on top of the left energy point. You sit up straight, you push down with your 4 fingers, you lean back with your neck, you keep the pressure, and then your neck has these two piece of muscle, right? Tendon. Now you pull the left one towards the right. The same thing on the other side. Sit up straight, press down with your fingers, and you pull the right one towards the left. Okay, now you take your right hand, you put that below the ear. We're going to work on this. There's a very important energy point here called the wind under the wing. Okay, this is like the wing. Okay, and then you just kind of massage. Now it's very important that you guide your mind and you tell yourself to relax as you massage across. And then same on here, you just tell yourself massage as if you're whispering to your body. Just massage, just say relax. Same thing, relax, and then relax. Now put the hand on top of the ear, go down, relax, 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 and relax. Okay, now we come back and we massage. And then we're going to move towards the ear halfway point on top of the bone. Now, most energy points are not on the bone. Most energy points are in the cavities. The word for the energy points is actually the cave. That's the Chinese word for it. It's the cave. It's whatever is in between. And this one, this is something that we call energy point that are outside of the meridian. This one actually helps you sleep. Now we're gonna come back with one hand, squeeze both sides. There's an energy point in the middle for the chamber of qi. Back to the two pond of qi. Then we're going to move further down onto the neck. Okay. And maybe a little bit more massage. Okay. So this will clear the blockage on your neck. Now we're going to work on this energy point actually comes down to the shoulder, part of the energy line that we name after the gallbladder. So this is a very good important energy point right here. Massage that. Now, if you reach back, you see this bone. If you go further down, there's a cavity. This is called the door of wind. And then you just kind of massage, massage, massage. Same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side. And then you just massage, massage, and then massage. Okay? All right. So now these energy lines, the two very famous one that goes up here is the one that we name after the bladder, and then these two other one, the one from the shoulder to the one we worked on goes here, and that's the gallbladder energy line, named after gallbladder. Okay, so now this energy line comes to eyebrow. As we age, we have a lot of blockage of qi around the eye, causing many different problems, glaucoma, lazy eye. Those are the simple one. Okay, so we're gonna massage around the energy points around the eye. Okay, now we're gonna take the index finger at the beginning of the eyebrow. You can feel a cavity there, and just push down, hold it, and if you have a table in front of you, you can put the elbow on the table to give it a little bit more leverage. And then now we're gonna put two hands in the middle, and we're gonna massage the eyebrow and above the eyebrow as if we're squeezing the eyebrow. Once again, guide your body and just tell it to relax. Now we're going to take the thumb. We're going to do the same thing. There's three energy points across. There's three energy points across. So we're going to start at the corner to the tail, right below the eyebrow, or eye back, sorry. And then same thing on the other side. Now we're going to come back and we're going to start at the corner of the eye. We're going to move up slightly, and you can feel the bone, and there's a kind of a little cavity there. And this is called the bright eye. So you press with your thumb, and then you close your eye. Now we're going to do some eye yoga. We're going to turn the eyeball up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. We're going to turn the other way, counterclockwise. Left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Now we're going to relax, open your eyes, called the bright eye. Okay. Take two fingers, put that at the corner of the eye, go down around your nose to the corner of your mouth, join at the chin. Now we're going to use the thumb again, locate in the middle right here at the cheekbone, and we're going to work on that one. This one will help you sleep too. And then we're going to put the index finger right outside. This is called the welcome fragrance. This helps if you have a sinus. And now this is the one that helps with the high blood pressure. Okay. All right, so now we're going to come back to the center of the palm. There's an energy point here called the chamber labor, and it's actually part of the pericardium. And so it's in between the two fingers, the middle fingers and the index fingers, and it's right in the middle of the palm. If you roll up your index finger, is right where that is. And I want you to just press that. Same thing on the other side, press that. Okay, now I want you to put those two energy points together. This is the only energy point that it will give up energy of entire body. This is the only one that will give up energy. And that's why I prefer to use my hand when I do this exercise, because the hand is capable of self-healing or healing. Okay, it can actually heal. Now I want you to focus on that, and then I want you to kind of rub those two energy points together while focusing on it. Okay. Now I want you to open your palm, close your fingers as much as you can, put that on your eye. Don't press on the eyeball. Open your eyeball, and if you see any kind of light, then you move the fingers so that you close the gap so you're not seeing the light. All you should see is darkness. Okay? Now we're gonna get started. Put that in your eye, over your eye. Not much. Second time. You're gonna feel a lot of warmth the second time. Put that because the eye is adjusting to the infrared. Huh? Okay, third time. Ah, very nice, huh? Okay, now one more. Put that on your temple. That's the second energy point that's important. And then the side of the face, the front of the face, the forehead. And now I'm going to move up to the big brain, which is responsible for all your cognitions, the back of the brain, that's the memory, the lower part of the brain, that's motor function. I want you to really appreciate your body and be very grateful to your body, grateful to that brain of yours. And then massage the face again. And then I'll massage the above the ear. Okay. I'm going to massage the ears before we meditate. Okay. We're going to get all that energy flowing. Then we're going to meditate. And when we meditate, we're actually exercising the back of which is called the guardian vessel. That's the primary vessel. The 12 meridians are just like tripullaries. Then they come together in these two primary, and we're going to meditate on that. All right. So we're going to meditate. We're going to massage the ear first. Now, the Chinese believe that the ear reflects all the energy points of the fetus. So there are as much energy points in the ear as there is in the rest of the body. We're going to divide this into three parts. It's actually the inversion of your body. So the upper part is more related to your kidney energy line, especially your adrenal gland. So there's an energy point here that help you sleep. So you put your thumb inside and the four fingers in the outside, you massage. Now you work on the middle part, you put the thumb inside, the fingers in the back, and you massage. Then you take the index finger, you put that in this here, and you massage, use the thumb in the back. Then we come back to the tip, we massage, yank, massage the edge, massage your ear loop, and yank. Now we're going to put the thumb below the ear. Remember this energy point that I mentioned? Then we're going to take the index finger, put it outside of the ear. That's two energy points. We're going to massage, hold it, put the index finger on top, squeeze. Then we're going to put two fingers in the back, one on the ear, one on the skull, from the top to the bottom. This would help with high blood pressure. And then same thing on the other side. Okay, so we'll clear all the extremities, the fingers, the ears, and the top of the head. We're going to come back to the top of the head in a minute, but first we're going to take an opportunity to meditate. And This is a very famous qigong exercise. It's called microcosmic orbit. It's also called wandering dragon chasing the pearl. But basically, it just exercise the system, the energy system, both the yang, which is the energy rising from the back facing the sun, and then the yin, which is away from the sun. The back is when you energize the fight or flight, and then when you come back to the front is to restore um, um, the rest and digest. Okay, so this is very important. This is actually a very important exercise. It's a very famous longevity exercise. Is to restore that harmony. And so earlier, someone asked, "How about autoimmune?" I'm not a doctor, okay, but I believe that autoimmune is a result of losing that harmony. I'm not asking you not to take Western medicine. I'm saying that this could help. And I know that people have practiced this and it would help them. All right. So first I'm gonna sit on the side so you can see me. It's very important that we start with the proper sitting posture. And the sitting posture comes down to putting yourself in the rest and digest. And the first thing you need to do is reduce the reliance on your muscle. Okay. Anytime you use a muscle, you're energizing your body. So the way we do that is we start at the very bottom of the spine. We walk up the spine as if a dragon is walking up your spine to the top of the head. As you do that, I want you to stretch the spine as if you're hanging the spine on the ceiling. Then I want you to lean back, open that shoulder, relax that shoulder, and relax the upper torso. So now the weight of your upper torso is on top of the spine and not using the muscle. The remaining that is using muscle is the neck because it's trying to support the weight of your head. So I want you to focus on your forehead, lean back the forehead until the ears on top of the shoulder. Then I want you to tuck in the chin. So the top of the head is very important energy point called the 100 meet. There's all the yang energy come together. It's actually facing the sky. This posture, it has different name, one of which is called one pillar supporting the sky. You're forming a conduit between heaven and earth, and you're letting the chi, the life energy flowing through your spine. Then comes to the eyelid. I want you to shut your eyes. I don't want you to open your eyes, shut your eye, but I don't want you to shut it tight. So I want you to think about the baby and how they sleep. They don't shut the eye, they just relax the eyelid. So I just want you to relax your eyelid, starting with relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyebrow. Now relax your eyelid. So you can actually see a little bit of light coming through your eyelashes. You can see the floor and your knee and your hand, perhaps. Just relax. Now I want you to take the tip of the tongue and put that below this energy point here, which is at the bottom of your nose and the upper part of your lip. In the inside your mouth is actually where the teeth meets the roof of your mouth. Just the tip of the tongue resting on that spot. Close your mouth. I want you to feel the inside your mouth. You feel wetness. That's because you turn off your fight or flight. Once you turn off your fight or flight, it restores the saliva gland. The saliva is very important because when you're in fight or flight, you don't want to be wasting energy on digestions and immunity. So it shuts it off. And I want you to turn it back on. Turn it back on by leaving the tip of the tongue at the roof, where the teeth meets the roof of your mouth. Turn on the saliva gland. Saliva is very, very important. Now you're self hydrating. And so it's almost 8:30, 8:20. So I've been here almost 1 hour now. I haven't stopped talking, but yet I'm not drinking, right? Because as soon as I finish talking, I focus on my breath, focus on my body, put it back into the rest and digest, let your body self hydrate. Now, I want you to exercise the diaphragm when you breathe, what we call abdominal breathing or breathing with your dan tan. Dan means fire, tan means the feel. That's your lower stomach. I want you to focus on your belly button. As soon as you know that you're breathing in, just move the belly button across the room As soon as you know that you're breathing out, take that belly button and bring it back to the back. Bring it as if you're collapsing the stomach. Breathe in, forward, open the stomach. Breathe out, backward, collapse the stomach. So what you're doing now is as you breathe in, you're opening the stomach, meaning that you're pushing the diaphragm down, increasing your heart lung capacity. As soon as you're breathing out, you're collapsing your stomach, bringing the belly button back because you're pushing up the diaphragm, emptying your lung of all your stale air. So this exercise itself is very good for your health. It's one part of lower of the technique to lower your blood pressure is to increase your lung heart capacity. Okay, let's just do that for 1 minute as if you're cranking the engine. Breathe in, open the stomach, move forward. Breathe out, taking the belly button back, collapse the stomach, pushing the diaphragm up. Just focus on your belly button. The rest of the body will follow, okay? Okay, so now that we have done the warm-up exercise, we're ready to circulate the qi. The qi in this case is the electricity that you generate in your lowest part of your stomach. As you breathe through your stomach, you generate electricity in the small intestines. And now it's time to bring that electricity circulate around your body. It's a very simple thing to do. All you have to do is start at the very bottom of your spine. Wait for yourself to breathe in. As soon as you breathe in, you move up the spine as if a dragon is walking on your back. As you go up to the top of the head, you stretch up the torso. And then when you breathe out, it's as if the dragon is coming down. You start at the top of the head, you go to your forehead, you go to the bridge of your nose, you go to your stomach. And as you do that, you lean back and relax. You breathe in, you stretch, you're energizing the body slightly, entering into fight or flight, releasing stress hormone, cortisol, which is a form of steroid. That's how you cure your body of inflammation, allowing your body to self-heal. But then, as soon as you breathe out, you come back and you just relax, giving yourself a chance to restore the sensitivity to the steroid because a lot of the inflammation problem comes from the fact that you are now you have something called what's called a cortisol resistance. You have so much stress in your body, you have so much cortisol in your body, and the body becomes insensitive to it, and that's why it inflames. Okay, your creator has given you this great medicine, this natural steroid, but you have so much of it, it becomes insensitive. All right, so let's sit for 5 minutes. It's a very simple exercise, just cycling the qi around your body, around your primary vessel. The back is called the called the guardian. The front is called the inception. Back is the yang, front is the yin. Okay. Once again, breathe in, stretch, all the way to the top of the head. Breathe out, relax, lean back, let it come back to the belly button. Okay, 5 minutes. Then we're going to do more exercise. Okay, open your eyes. So there's been a study, and I mentioned this a few times already. There's been a study on the importance of abdominal breathing and the health benefit of abdominal breathing. They actually did a study where they have equal number of people who have early signs of dementia, and half of them were just relaxing with music and so forth, and the other half they actually taught them how to do abdominal breathing. And one of the measure that they use is called heart rate variability. It turns out that the diaphragm, the movement of the diaphragm allows you to cycle between the two sympathetic system, the two autonomous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. And so when you're in fight or flight, your heart rate should go up. And when you're in rest or digest, then your heart rate should go down. But if you have a problem, you have a what's called autonomous disorder, whether you're stressed all the time, so you're stuck as if you're very very rusty faucet. You turn it on and there's no way to turn it back on. Turn it on and there's no way to turn it back off. You have too much cortisol in your body. Your body starts to inflame, right? Or it's the opposite. It's like the faulty faucet that couldn't. It's a rusty faucet that you couldn't turn on. In which case, then it's even more problematic because then there's no stress hormone in your body, and then you would have all kinds of problems. So when they find out that as they do the abdominal breathing, there's a increase in heart rate variability. When they breathe in, the heart rate goes up. When they breathe out, the heart rate goes down. Whereas the other group is pretty much the same. And then they measure a marker in the brain, protein marker in the brain. It turns out that after a couple of months, the group that were taught abdominal breathing have improvement on the dementia. And this is one study. Dementia is inflammation. And I'm sure this helps the rest of the body too. All right. So this is a very important exercise, but it can be done not only sitting, it can be done sitting up. And so every other Saturday we alternate, right? So last week we did the breathing exercise. That's another one. That's a good one too. It helps with abdominal breathing. It turns out that the swing arm exercise that we do at night also helps with that, and that's why it helps with the sleeping disorder very quickly, but it helps everything else. Okay. All right. Yeah, Crystal, thank you. So those of you who read the screen, let me read it because there are people who cannot see the screen. Crystal says, you're describing everything that I'm going through with blood pressure and cortisol. I'm so blessed I came across your class today. Thank you. I'm greatly encouraged and I can heal and not just cover up the symptoms. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm very happy that for your comment, Crystal. Keep up good work. Even though everything is recorded on my YouTube channel, so uh, even when I'm away, uh, follow the YouTube and don't stop. Right? Exercise like the way you drink your Starbucks coffee every day. That would be that would be awful if you have to skip a day. So why skip an exercise? Okay. There will be no class tonight. Sorry, there will be no class tonight. I come down here to have dinner with my kids, so there's no class tonight. We have a night class on Monday. It's the last one before I leave. Okay, I'm driving back to San Francisco on Monday, and I want to jump into that class on Monday night. So, um, all right. So if you want, you can ask the question in a circle. I'll try to answer. I can answer that even when I travel. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time left. We still have to do the floor exercise, the stretching. And so let's just quickly do some tapping, okay? Let's just do some tapping. All right, so we can start at the top of the head. And so once again, stretch the spine, open the shoulder, lean back, relax. And we're gonna learn to comb our hair, massage our head. So we're gonna take the 10 fingers, use the tip of the tongue, not the fingernail. Put 4 fingers in the forehead, one on the side, and we just comb our hair, one all the way down to the head, the neck, two, three. Now we're going to sit up straight, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back the forehead so the top of the head is towards the sky. Then we're going to take 10 fingers, put that on top. Now, in the middle, where the ear, where you go up the ear, that's or the 100 meet. Then in front and behind, there are four more energy points. So we're gonna point the fingers down and tap 30 times. Get ready, go. Okay, Chrome. Okay, so when my father was still alive, towards the end, he was suffering some dementia. He doesn't recognize me as his son, only me as his caregiver. So I would go over there every morning, and that's the exercise I do for him, in addition to other. And this helps him restore a little bit of his memory, a little bit of his memory. Not to the point that he can recognize me, but he recognizes Old Spice. So after this, we walked by the bathroom. He went into the bathroom. He opened the cardboard. His tear comes down. And he says, "That's mine." All right. Okay. So now we're gonna learn to tap. Okay. So we're gonna tap on the shoulder, which is the energy point that I talk about. It's called the well on the shoulder. We're gonna tap the front on the front, called the gate to the cloud. We're gonna take our empty hand with fingers on top, palm in the front, turn our head to the right. We're going to tap 30 times. Listen with your left ear. Wake up. Continue. And sit up straight, open your shoulder, relax. Left hand, empty hand, right ear. Wake up. Continue. And we're going to tap armpit, which is the heart energy. Remember, we talked about this coming down here, and then it enters in the body here. So we're going to take the elbow, put that on top of the head, and then we're going to pinch the top of the ear. We're going to sit up straight, okay? Stretching this muscle here. Then we're going to take the right hand, empty hand, put that on the armpit, turn the head to the right. Listen with your left ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Focus on the elbow first, then put the elbow on top of the head. Sit up straight, then pinch the left ear. Left hand, empty hand, turn the head to the left. Right ear, listen, wake up, continue. Okay, now one last one is the elbow. Remember we talked about the energy point here? Very important. So stretch, open, lean back, relax. Left hand, lock the elbow, palm at the eye level. Use the right hand, empty hand, fingers on top, cover two energy points, center the palm on the side. Empty hand, locking elbow, go down at an angle. Left ear, wake up, continue. And the other side, lock your elbow, palm at the eye level. Left hand, empty hand, right ear, wake up, continue. Okay, All right, so we're running out of time. We still have a lot to do. So very quickly, just so that we don't forget our lower part of the body, the toes and so forth, let's just learn to massage the toes one at a time. In between, massage the ball area. Okay, using your fingers, like pinching it. Massage the heel. And then use your scraper, scrape at the bottom of your feet, scrape at the arch. And then we come back, and there's a very important energy point here called the gushing spring. You just push down, it hurts a little bit, and you push down, and then you push down, okay? And then we're going to do some tapping here called the mixing the water and fire. This is the energy point for the kidney energy line, which is water. This is the good old friend energy point for the heart, that's fire. Going to mix the water and fire, mixing the two sympathetic system, the two autonomous system. Get ready, go. Continue, empty hand, okay? And massage, okay? Now, quickly, the right foot, the toes, in between the toes, the ball area, the heel, and then we're going to scrape. Going to scrape the arch. Come back to the energy point here. Push with two thumbs. Push again. One last time. And we're going to tap mixing water and fire. Get ready. Empty hand. Go. Continue. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some stretching now. Now, the stretching is not so much about the muscle, but it's about the energy lines that flows in your back, and then also the backside of the hand, which is all the yang energy line. Okay, so it's really more of a yogic exercise. So yogic means that you have to bring your body and your mind and your breath together. Remember the three limbs of yoga that I talk about: the body, the mind, and the breath. Okay, so we're going to sit down. First, we're going to exercise the heel. Take your heel, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, making a circle, and then counterclockwise. Okay, so now the exercise is less about stretching the muscle and more about leaning the back and stretching all the energy lines in the back of the leg and then all the way to the back. Okay, so it's very important that you sit properly. You sit up straight. All right, and then you have to anchor your mind onto the center of your palm. Close your mouth very gently. Take an in breath, breathe in, breathe out. Now, you don't push down, you push forward. So your eyes should be forward and you stretch forward. Get ready. One, hold it. Two, hold it. Three, breathe in. Open your mouth, breathe out. Empty your stomach. Close your mouth, relax. Back to the rest and digest. Second time, focus on the center of your palm. Breathe in, breathe out. Forward, one, hold it. Two, hold it. Three, breathe in, breathe out. Relax. One last time, breathe in, breathe out. Forward, one, two, hold it, 3, breathe in, breathe out, relax, focus on your breath. Okay, right foot forward, left foot, the bottom of your feet at the inner thigh, left hand pushing down the right knee, follow the right hand. Anchor your mind on the center of your palm. Get ready, breathe in, breathe out. Lean forward, 1, 2, hold it, 3, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Second time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. One last time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Now, left foot, right foot, the bottom at the inner thigh. Press down with your right hand, follow the left hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Forward, keep your back straight, okay? 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Second time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. One last time, breathe in, follow your hand, breathe out, look forward, lean forward. Breathe in, 1, 2, hold it, 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Completely relax. Very important to stay balanced between the energetic and restorative, okay? Right foot again. This time, take the left foot, point it in the back, push down with your left hand, follow the right hand. Breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, 3, hold it, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Second time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Left foot, right foot back, push down with your right hand, follow the left hand, sit up straight, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Second time, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Hold it, breathe in, breathe out. One last time, breathe, breathe in, breathe out, forward, 1, 2, and 3. Hold it, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now to the hip. The hip is very important, okay? Right here is the bottleneck for all the chi to return from the lower part of the body to the upper part. So opening the hip is actually quite important. Now, we're going to take the bottom of the feet together. We're going to hold the toes. We're going to bring it towards your body. We're going to use the elbow push down on the calf. And when you lean forward, you open your hip. Get ready? 1, 2, 3. Relax. Focus on your breath. Bring it in a little closer. Push down with your elbow. Lean forward. Open the hip. 1, 2, and 3. Relax. One last time. All the way in. This is the last time. Open. 1, 2, and 3. And relax. Stretch. Feel left, right, clockwise, counterclockwise. We're going to do this 2 more times and we're going to sleep for 3 minutes. You ready? Breathe. Sit up straight, huh? Breathe in very gently. Breathe out very gently. Forward. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time, I promise. Very, very last one. Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. Looking ahead. Lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to sleep for 3 minutes. Let your body restore itself, but also take the opportunity to learn to do lying down meditation. This is what I want you to do every night. Not only to get you sleep the first time, but when you wake up in the middle of the night, go right back into this posture. First, you're going to find a pillow that is just the right height. So when you put it under your neck, pillow is for the neck, okay? You look straight up to the ceiling. You're not looking back. You're not looking at your toes, okay? You don't want it to be too low. You don't want it to be too high. Just right. Now, we don't sleep this way. This is not good because it presses on your brain, your back of your brain, the memory part. We don't want that. We want to sleep on a side, right or left. I was taught to sleep on my right. So I work it out with my wife. We both sleep on the right. No fighting. Now, make sure that the pillow is on your neck. Okay. Now, we're going to stretch first. Stretch. And then you're going to bring back one of the knee or both, doesn't matter, so that the bone, the knee, is touching the muscle and vice versa. Bone touching bone will give you too much stress. Okay. Now, you're going to look down a little bit so you can see your stomach. Just a little bit. Okay. Make sure the pillow is on the neck. Huh? The other hand, you can put that on top of your head like this if you want. I do it. That's what my master does, but he has no hair, which explains why he put it on his head. But I do it anyway. Then you take the other hand, or you take a pillow or blanket, it doesn't matter, and you roll up your body a little bit. You put it right below the rib cage on your belly, but on your belly, and then you roll back. So you're putting a little pressure on your belly. That way you can feel your breath. Just focus on your breath. That's all it takes. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. We're going to do lying down meditation for 3 minutes. If you fall asleep, I'm not going to wake you, okay? Okay, open your eyes very slowly. Let's get up. You're nicely rested. We are now ready for our exercise of the day, which is a QiGong exercise, original QiGong exercise called the Jing. Let me see here. A little bit tricky when I'm traveling like this. Okay, that's good. Now you will find that the exercise that we do. Oh, actually, I didn't wear a mic, so it's okay. All right, you find that exercise that we do is really designed around three sets of exercise, two of which came from Bodhidharma, a yogi uh, that was that came to visit China, I think about 1600 years ago, and he brought with him all the yogic practice. And the Jing is one. Jing means renewal of tendon, which is a mistranslation. Tendon means, in this case, actually means membrane, is the energy flow, or what we call qi, is all between the membrane. And the other exercise is called the cleansing of the marrow. And that set of exercise I actually distributed all through. The number one exercise is actually the swing arm exercise. That's where it came from. And then all the tapping came from that. That's the second set exercise. The third set is everything that was taught by my Master Zero, including the breathing exercise. It's called how mixed together. All right. Now we're going to go over time a little bit today. And so if you stay with me and do this exercise, you need to stay all the way until we finish meditation. Don't stop in the middle. Okay. All right. So now we're going to start with planting the feet firmly on the ground. So make sure that the width of the feet is about the width of the shoulder. Then we're going to turn the toes inward. This is what's called the goat stand. And we're going to loosen up the knee. You don't have to lower it all the way like you do martial art. Just loosen up so you don't lock it. Just energize the energy point in the back of the calf, which is called the second heart. Okay. Now you're going to open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. So you actually stand like you sit. The first movement is called spirit boosting palm. Okay. Now you take your palm, the center of the palm pointing down, and you put that right here. Okay, not too much, not too high, and make sure that it's planar. So when you push down, you send a shock wave through your spine. But if you put it too forward, it's not going to work. Most important is that when I say go, you don't listen to me. You listen to yourself, and you first anchor your mind onto the center of your palm, mind, body together. Then you push. Okay, ready? Go. And then relax. Very important. Come back. Focus on your breath. One breath at a time. Okay, very important. Otherwise, it's too energetic, and then you get into the cortisol resistance again. But now you wanted to make sure you restore the harmony. After yang, yin. Okay. Second time, open your shoulder, palm facing down, mind, body together. Go. Back to the breathing. Restore the harmony. One breath at a time. One last time. Open your shoulder. Go. And then back to the breath. One breath at a time. Now the second movement is called, um, what is it called? Pointing. Point is the same word we use for the thumb. So you start with the thumb, then you point where? This is an energy point here called the Wan Tail. So you point it to that, but you don't need to touch. You just have to form an energy loop. Now what you're doing is you roll up your four fingers, you take your thumb. You imagine you have a bucket of water hanging on your thumb, and you lift up that bucket of water. You stretch as much as hard as you can. You stretch it, and you stretch it, and then you relax, but not lowering your hand. Okay. So what you're doing is you're energizing the large intestine, the one that is responsible for relieving pain, essentially clearing your energy lines all through the body, reducing inflammation. In modern time, we call it detox. Okay, get ready. Lift up your thumb. Imagine those two buckets of water, and then relax. to the breathing. One breath at a time. One last time. Relax. Now lower your hand. Okay. Now the next one is called beginner's mind. It's the baby's mind. It's what the baby does when it's inside the mother's womb. They put the thumb across, so they're pressing down on two energy line that has to do with the heart. They roll the fingers and then they squeeze the fist. And then relax. Back to the breathing without lowering your hand. Second time, squeeze as hard as you can and then relax. One last time, squeeze as hard as you can and then relax and lower your hand. Okay, now put the fists together. You're going to take a deep breath starting from about 2 fingers below the belly button. There's an energy point here called the Sea of Qi. You bring it all the way to here, which is the center of being. Get ready? Breathe in. And then relax. The next exercise is going to energize the back. The back is the energy line. There are 4 of them that goes up. They're named after the bladder. So as much as doing detox on the large intestine, you're doing detox on the bladder. But more importantly, you're doing similar to what people do when they put suction cups in their back. You're basically energizing energy points. So what you're doing is you bring in your elbow together, fist in front of your nose, and you take the back and you stretch it as hard as you can. And then relax. Back to the breathing, one breath at a time. Second time, stretch the back and then relax. One breath at a time. One last time, stretch the back and then relax. One breath at a time. The next movement is called the fist on top of the head. So start with the fist, you open your shoulder, you bring your fist above the head, you open the fingers as if you're letting blood flow into your fingers. Now you're going to roll up your fist. You do this by 1 joint, 2 joint, lock it with your thumb, and you squeeze as hard as you can. This is very cardio. Okay, you're doing, and you're working on your heart, and then you relax, and you feel like the blood is back to your fingers now. Second time, squeeze as hard as you can, and then relax, back to the breath. It's very important that you focus on your breathing. Squeeze as hard as you can, and then relax. One breath at a time. Okay, the next one is called stabbing the shoulder. Remember this 2 energy point here called the whale on the shoulder? So you open your shoulder. It's as if you're grabbing 2 dagger. You point your dagger onto the shoulder. You focus on the back of your neck. You will find that as you stab those 2 energy points in the back, remember the pound of wind is very tight, which is good. So you open your shoulder. It's very important that you open your shoulder. It's very important that you point your dagger to your shoulder. And then you stab. You feel the stiffness in your neck? Yeah. And then you relax. And now you flow. Qi is flowing to your head. So you find that this exercise basically exercise 1 energy line at a time. Open the shoulder, point the dagger on your shoulder, stab, relax. Back to the breathing. Very important that you focus on your breath, okay? So you restore the sensitivity to the steroid, natural steroid. One last time. Open the shoulder, stab, and then relax. The next one is called a cross. Now, it's very important that you don't try to punch, you're pushing. So your hands already stretch out, okay? You don't need to go like this. You just stretch it. You rotate the wrist. Remember the energy points on the wrist? You roll up your fist, you take a deep breath, and you push as hard as you can. And then you relax. Take a deep breath. No, and then focusing on your breathing. Okay, you're energizing this energy point, the triple warmer. Very important. Get ready. Wrist, elbow, fist, push. And then relax. One breath at a time. Last time. One last time. And you push. And then relax. The next one you push in the forward. So I just want to show you forward. Now, I don't know how many of you remember Bruce Lee, but rumor has it that he practices. That's how you can punch with just like 1 inch space. Okay, lock your elbow, wrist, fist, take a deep breath, push, and then relax. See, you're not punching, huh? Not punching. Okay, after 2 breaths, second time, push, and then relax. One last time, push, and then relax. Okay, now the next two exercises has to do with the muscle. As we age, it's very important that we prevent muscle loss of muscle. Okay, so you lift up, you open, you look up, you're doing chin up. Imagine you have a bar, grab the bar, all 175 pounds of me, I'm going to pull up and then relax. Second time, okay, use it or lose it, huh? Don't lose muscle and relax. One last time and relax. Next one I call ripping the phone book. Put a yellow page if you remember what that looks like. And rip. And then relax. Second time. Rip. And then relax. And then rip. And then relax. Next one. We swallow the saliva. Okay. If you don't have a saliva, that means you were too energetic and not restorative enough. Okay. So next time, pay attention to what I say. Focus on your breath. Swallow. Now the next one is very important. It's the same as when we were doing the stretching exercise. It's all about the back. It's all about the back. And first, you're going to make sure that your knees are loose. Okay. And your back is straight. Okay. And you put your hands together, palm facing the back of the hand, facing the back of the hand. And then you will lower down without hunching your back. Just bend your back and you look straight down. And the knees are loose. Okay. And you squeeze and relax. You squeeze and you relax. One last time, squeeze and relax. Okay, now I couldn't emphasize enough. Don't straighten up your knee. Flip your hand, focus on your palm, empty hand. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, palm facing forward, lower your knee, focus on that big rock in front, push, and then take a deep breath. And then relax. I'm going to sit for 3 minutes and let the body restore itself, and then it'll be end of class. Okay, so make sure you do this. Make sure you do this. 3 minutes. Okay, open your eyes. Let's just do a quick massage, wake up this body. And before we leave, we're going to do 5 lions roar. Get all that uh, stale air, bad chi out the bottom of your lung. Okay, get ready. Focus on your elbow. Wake up your neighbor. Okay, Jonna, there's no class next week. I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'll see you back here on the 20th. There will be a evening class on Monday. There will be no evening class tonight and tomorrow night. I'm here to have family dinner with my kids. We'll have a class on Monday night, and then we have a class on Tuesday night with Master Dihong. Okay, all right. So let's put our hands together. Let's start with gratitude. There's so much that we're thankful for. From gratitude, we're going to step up to acceptance and forgiveness. First, accept yourself as who you are. Forgive yourself for all the things that they weren't wrong. I didn't do enough. If you can accept yourself and forgive yourself, try to accept others and forgive others as who they are. Let us all be blessed with health, with happiness, and with peace. Let us all be blessed with the courage to change things that we can change, to make this a better world, to bring positive energy to be shared with others. Let us all have the serenity to accept the world as is, to accept things that we cannot change, even with all the violence and the anger and the hatred. If we cannot change it, we have to accept it. Let us continue our practice, learn to put aside our own negative energy. Let our own wisdom reveal itself so we know the difference. Namaste. I'll see you all on the 20th, if not on Monday and not on Tuesday. Okay? Keep up the practice. You can just follow the videotape or you can just do swing arm exercise on your own. All right? Take good care of your body. Take good care of your family. I bless you all. Okay? Thank you. Okay, 星期一見吓，星期一見。Okay, bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Thank you for all the donations. Okay, I have a lot to say about that next time. All right, thank you. Bye bye.